From fracture to presence. Exploring the evolving dialogue between human intuition and artificial intelligence. My work begins with hand-drawn gestures, instinctive lines, emotional impulses, fragments of thought, and extends through AI as a collaborative medium rather than a replacement. I use artificial intelligence deliberately as a tool for amplification, refinement, and conceptual expansion. The machine does not generate the vision, it sharpens it. Each piece in this series reflects a conversation between tradition and technology, between the hand and the algorithm. My practice investigates identity, transformation, and symbolic architecture, using AI not to automate creativity, but to deepen it. From fracture to presence, this series traces a movement of consciousness. It begins with awareness under tension, passes through division and emotional integration, expands into mythic symbolism, and culminates in a direct and apologetic gaze. Each work builds upon the previous one, shifting from psychological exploration to archetypal imagery, and finally to iconic presence. The progression reflects an inner evolution, from fragmentation to coherence, from questioning to declaration. Created through a dialogue between hand-drawn intuition and artificial intelligence, the series explores how identity can be constructed, deconstructed, and reassembled, not as a fixed form, but as a living architecture. And there we have the first piece, Emergence of Awareness. The elongated face with halo and a book, from silence to consciousness. This first image introduces awareness. The figure is stretched, almost mask-like. Knowledge is present, but heavy. The self is intact, yet burdened. This is the moment consciousness awakens, but it does not yet know how to hold itself. Exploration. In division of the self, we have the vertically split face, from unity to fracture. Here, identity divides. A clear vertical line separates two psychological states. Expression becomes structured conflict. The figure is no longer just aware, it is a split between opposing forces. Confrontation. Emotional integration. The overlapping faces with closed eyes. From conflict to feeling. The line disappears. Instead of division, we see overlap. Eyes are closed, not in denial, but in surrender. This is not intellectual resolution. It is emotional reconciliation. Acceptance. Mythic ascent. The serpent rising through the vertical axis. From psychology to symbol. The series leaves personal drama and enters archetype. The vertical line becomes a beam. The serpent rises. Architecture appears. The self is no longer only internal. It is placed within civilization, instinct, and transcendence. Transformation. Architecture of gaze. The final bold portrait, from myth to icon. Now the figure looks back at us. The structure frames the face, but the eyes dominate. This is no longer conflict or assent, it is presence. The work becomes declarative, an emblem rather than a question. Assertion. Architecture of presence. The bold face with the structured headpiece. From transformation to embodied power. After awareness, fracture, reconciliation, and mythic ascent, the series arrives here. The figure no longer dissolves, no longer splits, no longer ascends. She stands. The structure around the head is not a helmet, not a crown. It is architecture. The self has built its own frame. The gaze is direct, unwavering, and there is no symbolism to decode anymore. The message is presence. This is the moment where inner evolution becomes outward authority, declaration.